Hello, fashion friends and family. This is Stacy here from Sobromo and Elsa Fitzgerald, and also I guess Micah, since I've started sharing some of that content. I have been running around preparing for the Upstart finale, so that's the venture competition for Micah's Radcliffe Center for Creative Entrepreneurship, in which I am the interim director. I was just picking up some shipments for signage I actually had shipped here to Sobromo because I had some other things to collect. One thing that's new to the equation, well, it hasn't been new in the sense that I haven't been thinking about it, but one of my bigger visions or expanded visions of the work that we do is to question whether a fashion school, factory, industry has to be in an industrial environment. So last weekend, I should have filmed, but I was in my farm clothes and I was relaxing. But last weekend, I went and visited an old mill out in Westminster. It's a historic site. And I was checking it out to see if it could be the new home, or not the new home, but the home for this fashion farm concept that I have. And it was really great. It was really great from the historic perspective, but after visiting it, even though it has 8 acres of land, it would take years and a great deal of funding to get the property back to preservation standards. So that's really not what I'm looking to get into, but what I am looking to create, and as I think more on it, is a fashion heritage needle trades farm. So it's a place where people can learn to sew, people can learn about the trades, even masters can go there and teach people that are wanting to learn, but more an accelerated learning, meaning that you're not going to stay there for 1 year to 2 years. You're going to go there for a weekend, you're going to go for a day trip, and you're going to learn in that environment. So I'm still on the lookout for property. I'm still kind of looking at Westminster, but I'll make sure to take you guys along with me in some of those searches. I'm going to show you some of my brainstorming that I have that will link to the Fashion Entrepreneur Accelerator that I'm excited to be launching, or say soft launching in May, which will be taking people behind the scenes around brainstorming around pretty bold ideas. I did a similar thing before I moved to Bali, Indonesia, and building that work there. But this time around, I have a lot of lessons learned around that work, and I'm going to share some of the step-by-step behind-the-scenes process. And I just received a shipment from California for some eucalyptus, dried eucalyptus, to have here in our fashion space in Baltimore. We will always still keep this space here in the city just to be central, but we will have our sort of sister location, which will be out in the country. We were meant to bundle this cutwork the last time, but for our Johns Hopkins Social Innovation Lab program last Saturday, Nicole got a flat tire, so we were trying to figure out how to get that sorted out. But I have to say, for those of you that are still very early in your fashion entrepreneurship journey, that I really encourage you to reimagine the system. I think when I was very young in the work, I looked to the industry, I looked to the companies I worked for, I looked to them to sort of find my foundational knowledge. But what I've come to realize after all this time is those systems are not necessarily the best, and that even though you're new to things and you're still learning, that doesn't mean that that's the right way to go. I would really challenge you to think about how you within your work can be of service and create positive impact through your work, your fashion company. And that does not necessarily mean that you have to design, cut and sew, and sell clothes. Think about fashion, the various iterations of it and what that can mean. If you think about Sobromo as a school, we don't necessarily sell fashion. We sell fashion education, high-level technical skills at an accelerated pace. I do have my fashion line, Elsa Fitzgerald, but this next chapter of that work is not about volume of production and sales. It's really about curated relationships in specific places to have that collection. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode, I will be camping this weekend, so I will not be at Sobromo this weekend. I will be hanging out with my family. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.